Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden, whether I really am a descendant of Naori, those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance, right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still...
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelagian, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Really? Gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've... got a point. But but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just Danins from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourself.
Reflect on that.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
wish we could go on vacation.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt for us to unwind a little for once.
Not like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Haros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it.
I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself. Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes, and yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
I feel like somebody Somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around.
Well... Yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well...
Huh?
That's just...
I get...
Yeah. Law.
Yeah!
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory.
No way! All right. Having to inform her mother her son died, isn't it? It's an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Do you sense one of your friends, Noodle?
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something.
Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were making... Need to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean any... anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's
Yes.
What?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell,
Huh?
good. Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotion...
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
What a rush.
Yikes! Don't make eye contact with it!
This one will be difficult to predict.
I never miss! Can you take it? It's a duel of the arms! Confiscated!
Aim for the weak spot.
Raging cascade! Leave the enemy's arms to me!
Simply incredible.
Milky Blade here!
Now, forward streaming.
Take it down! Hear me! Raging star! Here goes!
You picked the wrong fight.
Negative
Really performed.
Mirage! Sharpen free!
Resonate with the earth.
Sonic Rush! Flame inside me.
It looks like you got this one covered.
Not today! Severing wind!
Now's our chance!
Rising Phoenix! Sword Ray Alpha!
I never miss!
Elusive E! Eternal devastation! Roaring blast! Sword Ray Alpha! Can you take it? The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Eat dirt! Begin! Dance in the wind! Demon Tag! Sonic Rush!
Not on my watch!
Demon Tag! Tempting!
There you go!
Rising
No
Lava!
let up!
Tear!
Hurricane Blade! One at a time! Tunnel! Hear me! Let's get there!
Great! I'm gonna be more than ready. I'll go this! I couldn't make it in time. Oh, there! Imbue this vanquished soul with life resuscitation! Stop!
Being interrupted.
I have no limits!
Here I go!
Blast
Take
your
it
dark!
mine.
Tear! Rising Phoenix!
It's weakened!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
This is a most peculiar
Azure
gift.
Scope! That's just... Demon Fang! Turbo Demon Fang!
Raging Storm.
Burn in hell! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! You're mine!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is? We finally made it.
Yeah!
think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid. What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated, as if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird light shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4...
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Little Helpsman handled this.
Into everlasting darkness. I can carve through armor.
By the power of God, do it!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. Raging Luna Storm.
It's
almost too strong. Be my guest.
Here's evil. Freeze blade now.
Easy peasy, ha hoodle.
Armored soldiers.
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Banshee of lightning!
Snake of the
Here I come! Demon Fang! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Catapult!
That's my cue. None shall escape.
Shut him down! You're mine! Demon Fang! Begin! Taste it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A freezing storm!
Shattering the pieces!
Attack time! It's showtime!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
This calls for a celebratory drink. Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Turn the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Sealed! Let's get you all tucked away.
Rising Wyvern! Rising...
Wow! Look what I just found.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renins had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck.
Retreat from the
duck. Retreat? I would never. Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There! Into the shadows!
Rising Wyvern!
I think I'm getting stronger.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
This will be a delicious piece of cake. None shall escape my judgment.
I owe you one. You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! We did it! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Dance in the wind.
ST Airborne Scout.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Rising Falcon! Be still! Rising Falcon!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Any injuries?
No choice.
Fires of passion. Freezing storm.
Hurricane Flood! Rising Phoenix!
I can shatter any steel. Reload.
I don't feel like my usual self.
You all right? Let me handle this one.
So sorry to disappoint you.
Take it! Elusive deity!
The enemy wields arts too.
As impressive as
See
always.
about that.
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion actually look buff.
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
Gotta break through!
Fires of passion. Course in the
Everlasting dark! Negative gate! Rising Falcon!
Impressive, Johalie. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say.
People say that?
Flying free! Why can't they just sit still? Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than
Sword
done.
Rain Alpha!
Freeze!
Blow away!
Freeze laser!
Begin!
I'm on a roll!
Rising Wyvern!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Negative gate!
Between heaven and earth.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it! Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you can just write all this down?
My word. This must be the work of Providence.
Prava what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Coming through.
Fire's attacking! Lightning!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had. Fire's a passion! Course it hit me! Flame of fury! Glacial fury! Do it!
Tornado
drive! Your wings won't save you!
Turn the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Raging storm! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
I'm only getting started. Rising Falcon! Now I can let loose. I shall see you where you... In an instant! Impact block!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Hi, Hoodle! None shall escape my judgment!
Now I can let loose. Rising Falcon! Flaming thrust! I'm ready!
I'm only getting started!
In an instant! Impact block!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Flying freaks!
What could be still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Oh, magic! Feel!
Demon Fang!
I'll be saving this
Double
one!
Demon Fang!
Barely a blip on our radar.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law,
Yeah, getting close.
Little help! Sight! You're mine!
You're mine! Elusive Deity! Mirage! Dragon Form!
Do it!
Double Leap! In an instant! Impact block!
We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a...
Coming through!
Fire's attacking!
Resonate with the earth!
I'm only getting started!
Mirage!
Do it!
Dragon Form! Try this! Now I can let loose!
Everlasting darkness!
Negative gate! We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Annihilation here!
You're mine!
Negative gate!
Seems about right to me.
hey, look at that enemy. It's shining. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Clear for us attack! Devastation! Now I can let loose!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Vanquish darkness.
Raging Luna Storm!
No escape!
Power of water.
Catapult! Double Demon Fang!
Lightning orb. Raging cascade. Field. Let's get you all tucked away.
I'm ready! Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating. Out of our way. Fire's attacking. Courses in flame.
Rising Wonder!
Ice tornado.
Dazzle! Impressive, Jovelin.
Float like a butterfly, leave the intelligent to me.
Yeah, and puzzle it to me.
Rising Falcon! Catapult! Orochi!
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
This'll make us even more formidable.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Renwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Harros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run in... A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harrows should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harrows would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danon owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Shion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hoodle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hoodle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
We finally made it.
Serious?
I guess.
What?
All right.
Huh?
You did it!
What is it?
if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Of course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renin engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renin?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renins would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renin structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
Huh?
You okay? What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
It's noisy in here, isn't it?
Things should calm down a little once we're through with this place.
Optimistic as always.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I should give that art a shot sometime tomorrow.
Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Night, everyone! Another day, another Gald.
I see that the interior of the wedge is every bit as strange and unusual as the exterior. Intriguing.
If I didn't see it come from Lenegus, I wouldn't believe it was Renan. Just what's...
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Enemy! Flame of Fury!
Rising Lightning!
Glacial Speed! Here's the
Enter Storm! Storm Demon Fang! Burn it!
Stay away from this ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Enter Storm! Demon Fang!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
of the trash.
On the Dragon Swarm! This one's gonna be tough.
Do it!
Next!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Sonic Crush! Take this! Everlasting Shock! Rising Phoenix!
Tear you to shreds!
Catapult!
Gusty nail!
Last
One more
shot!
time! Burning!
Thank you!
Tear you to shreds! Do it! Freeze Blend! Gusty nail!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
Dispose of the trash.
Okay, here I go! Radiant Blast!
They're surrounding us!
Everlasting Shock! Rising Wyvern! Can you take You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Blow away!
Tempest Whirl! Lunar
Azure
Frozen!
Storm!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Demon Fang!
No complaints here!
Azure Storm! Demon Fang!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
This is all Dana's astral energy.
Are you saying the Renans are funneling it through here to send to Lenegis?
Sure looks like it. We have to put a stop to it, quickly.
An opponent like this should be easy. Alpha! Blow away! Catapult! You're mine! I owe you one. Radiant Blast!
Glacial Spear!
Plasma Shock!
Freeze Lancer!
Hurricane Thrust!
Do it!
The heavens must be smiling. Discourteous, aren't you?
Horse in this blade! Sharpness!
Now I can let loose! Rising Phoenix!
Take this!
Tempest! Rising Wyvern! Catapult! Take this!
Now!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Thunder Field! Hands in the wind!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
A wailing beast!
Take this!
Hear me!
It's over!
Flame of Fury!
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't peace.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
So I still had room to grow.
This seems strange. Like it should be among creatures you'd find in a forest.
Cut it out! I don't need to hear that. It's gotta be man-made, right?
Were it so, it would not be any easier to predict. Remain vigilant.
Hi, Hoodle!
On
None shall escape my
mine!
judgment!
Lunar Rondo!
You got company!
Azure Storm! Double Demon Fang! Okay, here I go!
Here's evil!
Eternal Devastation!
Eating Pile Driver! Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang!
The enemy
yields on too.
We'll soon see you
Demon
attack!
Fang! Destruction!
Lightning! Air shot! Blah, blah, blah! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
I'm ready!
Freeze Blade!
Only the best materials in your gauntlets.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
Let's see what you've got.
Flame of Fury!
Rising Wyvern!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Rising Rocket!
Freeze Blade!
Lightning Thrust! Air pressure! Come one, come all! Start up!
Blazing Storm!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Rending Infernal Bloody howling! Be still! Rising Circuit!
Between heaven and earth! Freeze Lancer!
Rising
Wailing
Circuit!
Beast of Lightning!
You're mine!
I'll be saving As impressive as always. Do it! No, astral energy!
Say no more.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Fires of passion coursing this way!
Rising Wyvern! Dragon Swarm!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Explosive I can ensure you survive this.
Flying freaks! What can we just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Demon
Out of ammo! I'm all fucked up! Hear me! Flame of steel!
In an instant! Impact block!
We can really make weapons with this?
Resonate with the
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Be still! Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear! Dragon Swarm!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Your weapon's holding up. That's not to give me any ideas.
As impressive as always. Now! No!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Thank goodness we won.
This place definitely isn't easy to navigate. That's for sure.
I doubt this structure was conceived with the ease of people's movement in mind.
Yeah. We've been seeing nothing but Zoogle nests.
It's almost as if we're inside an incredibly immense spirit vessel of some sort.
A spirit vessel? If that's the case, then that would make Lenegis the master core that's receiving all the astral energy.
Hey, have you heard that voice again since we came in here?
Oh, so now you believe me.
I never said I didn't believe you.
The further in we go, the stronger the voice gets.
Is that a sign we're going the right way then?
Where's this voice coming from? Can you tell?
Yeah, kind of. I hear it inside me, but I feel like it's also coming from every direction around us. It's hard to describe. It's almost like it's surrounding me.
Surrounding, huh?
Considering astral energy is involved, it's not that unusual.
Right, but it's not scary or anything. Listening to it is really soothing.
If you think so, just promise you'll say something if the voice gets too clingy or anything.
I promise.
And thus our strength yet grows.
Dispose of the trash.
Azure Storm!
Leave the agile one.
Here I go!
Cyan Instant!
Mighty Holiday!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart. Dispose of the trash.
I shall ensure you survive this. This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't think this is good.
Demons descend!
Flashing bang! Severing wind! To them! Plasma shot! Being interrupted. We did it!
As impressive as always. Do it! No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I need to be stronger.
You picked the wrong fight!
Let me help. First
On
aid!
I owe you one.
Ball is design owned!
Anyone? Take this!
Mega ray! Demon flame! Reload! Rage!
Prepare to be sealed of fleeting
Radial!
foot. Actually, perhaps down is more appropriate.
Let's talk in more duels.
You're on!
I'm out of it.
Elusive deity! Now you see what I can do! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
As you stole! The payment life is yours to be let free! Ha! Strike! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Try this! Inferno Torrent! On your knees! Rising Falcon! Pressure! Here I come! I'm ready! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Courteous,
Fire
aren't you?
assassin! Piercing! You guys have spirit! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Fall!
Elusive deity!
I owe you one.
Freezing storm!
You're mine! You got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours.
Rending you apart!
Plasma shot!
Bloody hell!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
Rising Falcon!
No complaints here!
A chain between heaven and earth! Magic is there!
Turn the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Cyan is back into the world! This world!
your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
And I promise I'll always be here.
I can feel my power growing. No
Fires
choice.
of passion course in the strong!
Explosive ring.
Now!
Ball. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.